Right, hello everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Um, Let me know, please, if you have any difficulty. I apologize, I had to delay my broadcast already twice. I have a very, very, very bad flu, uh, but thanks to the camel urine, things is getting better. And Prophet Muhammad, he says, drink camel urine, and the problem is where to find a camel. And I found one, but he don't have urine because the Muslims suck at all. So this is why until now I'm not really recovered totally because there's a lack of camel urine where I live. And actually yesterday I was supposed to do a seminar and I even apologized from that seminar because I wasn't doing good at all. Anyway, so I wanted to be with you now and share some nice stuff with you. I don't know, this news will be make the Christians upset because when you see who is the one converting to Islam, you will be upset. I mean, you saw the images in the thumbnail, right? Yeah, but the one I will show you actually is more important. It's like a very important figure converted to Islam. Uh, Here in this image here, actually, Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah. Ali Dawah, is that the best pose you have? Subhanallah. I mean, good that the text is covering your mouth. So look at the, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. Look at the balloons. Those are, yeah, anyway, those are not the one who convert to Islam, really. Those are just fake Photoshop. The Muslims do them, for business. So who is the one converted to Islam? And why they converted to Islam? Let us see together who is converting to Islam and why they are converting to Islam. Here we have an example after Free Palestine stuff, we have a bunch of those hippie, weirdo American. They started a trend of converting to Islam. And I was really impressed, totally impressed by this beautiful girl. She converted to Islam because Islam makes sense. And she will tell you, I don't know, like, I mean, you listen, she will tell you really what is the main reason for her to convert to Islam. But, we have to take into reasoning that this is a speech of somebody highly educated, not like you or me, and someone is expert in the religion. There is a huge difference between someone, let me adjust the page, give me a second. There is a huge difference between someone who knows what he is doing, or sorry, what she is doing, and someone do not know what he is doing or she is doing, right? And this lady here, she converted to Islam because obviously Islam, it is so beautiful. Let us hear together why she decided to convert to Islam. May Allah bless her and give her more wisdom.
Salam, everyone.
Yeah?
I just gotta ask, who's cosplaying? See, cosplaying is when you dress up as something that you aren't or someone you aren't. I am a Muslim.
Look, hold on. I mean, here you see how we notice with something very deep. Are you able to hear the sound? Were you able to hear the voice of the beautiful lady? Is her voice was coming clear to you or no? Let me know, please. Okay. So look, see from the beginning here you see the sense of philosophy, and the heavy duty of knowledge, like right away. Say.
Salam, everyone. I just gotta ask.
So look, salam everyone. That no more hi. No, that's it. Salam everyone. See the change how Islam can change your life from hi, hello, like okay. So now salam everyone. That's deep. So this is the first change in her life. What else?
Salam, everyone.
Uh-huh.
I just gotta ask, who's cosplaying? See, cosplaying is when you dress up as something that you aren't or someone you aren't. I am.
I don't know. I don't understand. Hold on. There is here an option in Twitter to make a subtitle. There's an option for subtitle. I don't understand what Her Majesty she said. This beautiful lady. I do not understand.
Cosplaying is when you dress up as something that you aren't or someone you aren't.
Something you are, but something you are not.
Ask, who's cosplaying? See, cosplaying is when you dress up as something that you aren't or someone you aren't. I am a Muslim woman.
I know. I I mean, are you kidding me? You have all the proofs there. So she is a Muslim woman. Okay.
I wear what a Muslim woman wears. I dress
That's amazing. You have to say it. I mean, you are wearing it. Okay.
like that. So, who's cosplaying here? One, I am Muslim.
Uh-huh.
Two,
What? Say it again. I don't understand.
so who's cosplaying here? One, I am Muslim. Two, not a fake woman. I'm a real woman, just as any other woman out there.
Absolutely.
I mean, we should have access to healthcare. We should
Absolutely.
have, access to our surgeries, therapists,
Sure.
hormones.
Hormone too. Hormone is very important. I have a lot of hormone. Oh boy. What? I thought you want to tell us why you converted to Islam. What hormone and
As any other woman out there. I mean, we should have access to healthcare. We should have, access to our surgeries, therapists, hormones, other, gender affirming care for everybody, no matter
uh-huh.
the age. Let me ask you this.
No way. Please. You are hitting hard. You what? Let me ask you this.
How do we classify sports?
What? So Christian Prince, he told us why she converted to Islam, and he made a title converted to Islam, and etc. And he have two women with big boobs and a thumbnail, and now we get this. Like what? What sport? I thought the video you will tell us how you can. What?
No matter the age. Let me ask you this. How do we classify sports?
I will tell you. Depend which country you are from. As an example, if you are in the Middle East and you are in Hamas, you will be running in the tunnel, and you keep running. You know, if you are in Egypt, you will be running from the secret, police. If you are in Syria, you will be running for your life from the whole country. If you are in Iraq, you will be running, if you are Sunni, running from the Shia. If you are a Shia, you will be running from Hezbollah. If you are a Hezbollah, you will be running after, the neighbors. Depend what, what sport. Muslims have a sport. Hmm. Okay. You know what? Now I remember a hadith the Prophet he mentioned. Now I know what the heck is that. We have to connect the dots. Give me a second. Uh, is my voice bad? I mean, because I'm sick. Yesterday, the poor church they waited for me until the last moment, and I was trying my best, but I could not really. Let us see. Now I know where the sport is coming from. Look at this. Prophet Muhammad, he encouraged a man, he is married, to leave his widow wife. He married a widow, and go and find a little girl so she can sport with you and you sport with her. Do you see it? Do you see it, brother and sisters? So you can sport, she can sport with you. Hold on, let me hide the screen here. So she can sport with you, and you can sport with her. And I was saying to myself, where Muhammad he got this word, like the the finishing of the fin the finish the finish the finishing what of a sport. Huh? This is what sport is. Sport is to marry a child. She is 6 years old, and you chase her in the bedroom. She jump like, hey, up and down, and you do things. We cannot say it here. YouTube is watching us. Sport, huh? You want to tell us what is sport? Okay, let us go back. So, guys, now we knew the connection between being a Muslim woman and a sport. So the Prophet he asked him, why you don't go? Why you don't marry a little girl? She is in the age of your babies, huh? So she can sport with you. Look, all of them saying the same. I'm not making things up. And then the guy he said to him, Potato Muhammad, my brother he died and he left a bunch of girls and they are orphans. I prefer not to marry someone like them, which means in their age, little baby, but a woman so she can take care of them. You see the filthy Muhammad? Let us go back to this beautiful lady. May Allah bless her and bless her testicles. All right. So let us go back.
Surgeries, therapists, hormones, other, gender affirming care for everybody, no matter the age. Let me ask you this.
That's
How
not
do we
right.
classify sports?
What?
We classify them between men and women,
No way.
not male and female.
What? Shoot. That's so deep. We classify the sport between men and women, not male and female. Just take note. Just wait. Did you see last part? That last part will kill you alone. Listen carefully.
Not male and female. Salam, everyone.
Truth seeker saying your Pope blessed the guys. Listen, don't block him. Listen, truth seeker. We poop on him. Did you see my post about the Pope? I said the Pope keep pooping. He is old. Obviously, he will die soon, and we will bury him. However, the problem is your God and your prophet, who is a homosexual himself. So this Pope, obviously, he's an idiot. He's getting old. Soon they will replace him. And as you see, the Catholic Church are revolting against what he said. Obviously, he is losing his mind. He reached a very old age. And we spit at him anyway. It doesn't matter how old he is. But the problem is, you're a prophet. You're a prophet himself, not the Pope, not somebody saying this, saying he himself, he practiced what he practiced. If you don't believe me, you know, Uh, you can call me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to open my Skype for any Muslim, even though I am not feeling good. But for the sake of, we did not we did not receive calls from Muslims for a long time. Let us see. If there is any Muslim who would like to call us, please feel free. Uh, you have open my. Remember the guy, guys, the one who I hang up on him. The last one. Remember the very stubborn. Look what he sent me. You have opened my mind a lot after our conversation. I could not find the source about Zainab in details. Can you share with me? Do you remember the guy who called me last time? The one who was so stubborn, he don't want, etc. Here we go. This is his message. All right. Yeah, in the beginning, they struggle. to believe, and then slowly they will leave this garbage. It's just a matter of doing research and be honest. Uh, my screen is cut. Let us see what you see on my screen. No, my screen is beautiful. All right. If there is any Muhammadan would like to join us, I find Islam is the most silly, stupid religion. And the last trend of those who say they converted to Islam, those are just seeking attention in TikTok. They don't care really for religion. They will do it for a week, 2 weeks, and then they will be, you know. I bet you the girl she will be laughing with her boyfriend in the bed, and all the support of the Muslims coming to them. It's a big business. But there's no question that Islam is the most stupid, silly cult ever. Why Muslims do not why they don't post this video about this woman converting to Islam? How come they are ignoring her? Is that fair? I'm serious. How come you don't post and promote such a video of a beautiful, smart woman who decided to convert to Islam? And look, she do philosophy too. I mean, what defines sport? Male, it's woman versus man, not male versus female. That's deep. I never thought about it this way. There's a huge difference between, by the way, between male versus female or women versus men. There's big difference. Yeah. These days, if you want to like get married or something, you don't ask the women if you are a female. You ask her, are you a woman? If she said yes, then I don't know if she is a female. The word of confusion. Man, I don't want to laugh much. I'm really. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to call me? Any Muhammadan who would like to join us live on air? I say Islam is the most silly. What say you? Okay, let's see here. Uh, we have another Muslim left Islam. Wonderful. Look at this. This is from yesterday, guys. The messages keep coming from Skype. This guy don't want to call, but just I don't know if you can see the whole text. Let us see. I will zoom out. Hello, I left Islam after watching your video. Thank you for saving me. I am looking forward to accept Christianity. If you answer my question, please call me when you get a chance. Okay, let us call him right now. What do you think, guys? Mr. Ibrahim. All right, let us call him. Well, maybe he is not. We don't know what his time is. Maybe he's asleep. Maybe we don't know. All right, I will leave him a message. He is not in my list. I will leave him in a message. Tell him to text me if you are when you are up. No. We are typing in Arabic. All right, we left him a message. Now we have a bunch of Indonesian Abdul, and for a while we did not challenge the Indonesian Abdul. Do we have any Indonesian Abdul is willing to call us? Big Abdul, small Abdul. So you know, we have somebody call me now? Oh, okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Muhammad?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Your name is Muhammad?
No, no. I had to unfortunately do a bit of deception, unfortunately, as a Christian. I thought you wouldn't answer my call if I was non-Muslim.
I don't understand.
But
Sorry, my friend, I don't understand. What?
yeah, I'm not Muslim, I'm Christian, but I need to
Okay.
speak to you about some Muslim thing.
So how I can help you?
Sorry, did you say how can you help me?
Yeah, why you wanna talk to me?
Okay, so I've got a younger cousin, right, who's trying to convert to Islam. And I've been keeping an eye on him for a little bit. I thought it was less serious than it was. A year ago, he told me that when he likes to study, he likes to listen to, I don't even know, Quran readings. Like he said that was like calming for him. He said it's to calm him down and help him focus and stuff like that. And I remember thinking at the time, I won't call it odd, but the focus on doing university work, you would think that wouldn't be the best thing for him. But I got more in contact with him recently, and I found out that he's much deeper in this than I thought he was. He's come at me over Palestine, and he's deep. He's deep into their side. I've been trying. I've been listening to videos for a long time, so I've been
Well, I don't know, my friend.
showing.
I don't understand what you are saying. For
Yeah,
some reason, I have no idea what are you talking about. I don't want to be
you don't know
rude to
what.
you, but I'm not sure really what you want to try to say to me.
Oh, okay. So what I'm trying to say to you is, what would you say is the best? I think I know the best way to get a woman away from Islam. I've had success with that before. I spoke to a woman that she didn't really know much about Islam, but I think that Islam appeals much more to men than it does to women. And I think my
Why?
cousin,
Why Islam appeal to men more than women?
well, obviously, none of the rewards for
No, no. You
for
see, there's different
heaven or
reason.
anything.
No, everyone. This is not the reward. Nobody will get it anyway. But women, especially women who they are desperate for marriage, Muslim men they marry easy and they divorce easy. That's why marriage for them is nothing. So women in the West who they are nobody want to marry them. Muslim will marry them to get a green card, to get papers, to get etc. And then they
Yeah,
divorce them after a year or two. So there is many of those women who they are desperately looking for a partner, they cannot find one. And Muslims
mm,
are the easiest because simply Muslims don't marry, don't do marriage, they have sex.
yeah,
So they make a contract for sex. So you will find more women converting to Islam from men. Now you are talking about the reward in the heaven. Trust me, all those who convert to Islam, they are not seeking reward in heaven. They are seeking reward on earth because when you convert to Islam, you will be promoted in society. You will have a lot of attention, and you will be treated better way. In the same time, you will make good money. So
yeah,
nobody's seeking reward in heaven because simply all of them they are convinced. You see, if those Muslims they are convinced about heaven, they will do jihad.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
nobody
one
doing
hundred
jihad.
percent. And he's not. This is the thing. He's not. I've already explained to him that you don't really believe in this, because if you really believed in it, bro, you would be you say you're fighting for Palestine from the UK, but if you really believed in it, you would be over there trying your best to do something, but you don't believe in it that strongly. I've tried to
Yeah,
explain to him that
yeah.
he's not
They
really
are
one of them.
all of those who they are striking in the street. They are fake people because simply this is what is not Islam. What Islam teach. Islam teach to do
Yeah.
violence, and the best way to go to heaven is to die for the sake of Allah. So what is holding them? Nobody.
Yeah, no, for real. And this is the thing. He won't tell me that he is a Muslim, right? But the problem is he's acting as though this is the only thing that makes sense in the world. If he wasn't going to be an atheist, this is the only thing that makes sense. And I've tried to, he's come at me from every angle. He's tried to
Well,
attack Christianity. He
instead of
said,
wasting, my friend, instead of wasting your time, just let him call me. I mean, what makes sense? A religion will
he
make
won't
you,
call you.
a
He won't
religion
call
will
you.
make will make your penis, and did that make sense?
The
God
only
will give
reason
you, uh,
the reason why he won't call you, I know he won't call you, and the reason he won't call you is because number one, he's white and he doesn't speak. I'm not white, but he doesn't speak Arabic. He doesn't have the foggiest idea about Islam. So he's not gonna call you somebody that
don't he
obviously
speak
knows Islam
English?
way better than he does. So that's why I'm trying to learn from you as much as I can and take it back to him, because I feel like he's gonna be more receptive of somebody that is on his similar
My friend,
intellectual level about Islam.
my
Whereas somebody
friends.
like you, I
When
feel like
somebody
he's gonna take it
Okay,
as,
when somebody
yeah,
says to you Islam makes sense, does it make sense that God, because you are a believer, He will create for you a lot of women and you will have a endless number of women for sex and little boys? Does that make sense? This is stupid. Even it's even satanic idea. God will make your penis endless. Like what's wrong with short penis? Let us say the penis is only 6 meters. That is not making sense, but endless penis makes sense. So those who speak about making sense, they have
yeah.
no sense. They have a sense of
No,
a
for
humor,
sure.
maybe.
I agree with you. I agree with you. CP,
Yeah.
I agree with you. You don't need to convince me. Like, I know he's not making sense. And I've already challenged him to, when
No,
he says that certain things make, go on.
maybe because you are trying to convince him, he is holding in it. Maybe if you let him go, he will leave it. Some people, because some people by nature, if you say to them, like Middle Eastern, if you say to them, come eat, he say, no, no, no. Come eat,
Yeah.
man. No, 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 no. Come eat, yeah, join us. No, no, no. And stop inviting him 5 minutes after he would join the table. So some people are like that.
Mm.
Let him, I mean, let him do what makes sense to him. But tell him if you are truly a Muslim, you practice Islam, you don't play music, you don't watch TV.
Yeah.
The one who play music or listen to music, he will go to hell.
I've tried explaining all of this to him. I've said to him, like, because this is the thing. I feel like he's being influenced by people like Andrew Tate, right? Even before Andrew Tate became a Muslim, I feel like he's leaning down that kind of thinking. And as a young man, I'm not gonna say I've not been influenced in any way by that type of thinking, but I've had
My
to pull
friend,
back and realize
yeah, let us
that's
not
not.
go in details. If somebody is influenced by Andrew Tate, I mean, he is a bad quality anyway. I'm not going to put your friend down. I know it is relative to you, but if a pimp will influence me, sorry, the guy he is a quality of garbage. I don't care for him. Andrew Tate will influence me. I mean, he's a pimp. The guy is a pimp. When somebody being influenced by a pimp, he is just a piece of shit. Excuse my language. So, yeah, if I, like we used to be influenced by
I've tried to explain it to him. I've tried to explain that Andrew Tate is not somebody that you should look at as somebody that thing. And he'll say, I don't believe in Andrew Tate. I don't think that. I just think some of what he says is right. And it's like, okay, but the things that you think that he says are right are things that are not right, and they're things that he only thinks because he knows he can manipulate. I think he only became Muslim, Andrew Tate, not my cousin, but Andrew Tate, because he realized he already had 90% of the white population's young boys and girls listening to him, mainly boys. And he said, who else can I get? And then he said, you know what? Islam has a lot of young, impressionable men, and they are perfect to hear my message. And I think he's only gone from strength to strength in terms of that. Obviously, he'll have to answer for it one day, but right now on earth, he's managing to get as many young boys who it's a message that I think a young boy that doesn't have, not necessarily doesn't have a father, but doesn't have male role models in his life to tell him that's not the right way of doing things. It sounds like a very attractive lifestyle to a young boy that doesn't have men telling him, no,
No
that's not
problem, no
right.
problem, my friend. Let us make it simple. Sometimes people they go through stages in their life. So if he is young, tomorrow he will know that he is being stupid and he will leave Islam. I'm not really worried about it. Same time, if a human being is decide to be stupid, you cannot make him smart. He will discover what is right for him by time. And if he stays as a Muslim, okay, good for him. What's the problem? You know, if this is what he like, you know, he want to be Abdul and drink camel urine. He should understand that if he is a Muslim really truly, he shall not wear jeans, shall not wear Western clothing, shall not
Mm.
listen to music, shall not watch TV, shall not, you know, speak to women unless he want to if them. He shall not, you know, I mean, he have to follow Islam. Otherwise, if he's just a Muslim by saying I'm a Muslim, that's
Yeah,
just like this is just a kid, you know, talking
yeah.
stupid stuff. Okay, my friend, I'm going to let you go. Sorry, to see
All
if I
right.
can get a Muslim calling me. All right, thank
And
you.
CP, can I just in future, is it all right if I call or text you? I know you're not online all the time, but if I message you, is there a way? Because I know you've spoke to other people and you say to them off camera, I can speak to you if you need, because I have Muslim family members and also Muslims that are close to me that I actually want to get them out of this, and I'm trying to figure out the best ways of doing
You
that.
mean
My
you
cousin,
mean
he's not
you
really in
you
it that
you
much, but
mean
I have
okay?
Muslim family members that are much more in this that, you know, they're going to need more work. So is there any way I can talk to you when you're not online or,
you
you know,
mean
not on?
talking in private?
Sorry?
You mean talking in private?
Well, yeah, either that or come on another time. I don't mind being on the
I
call or
prefer,
on
if there
camera,
is no
but
problem, I prefer we speak when we are live on air because usually when I am not live, my Skype is off.
okay.
All
All
right.
right, cool.
Okay, my friend. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your
All
time
right.
anyway.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, when you are a teenage or, you know, young, anything can influence you. You know, today we have like TikTok and all kind of stuff. Uh, but I believe all of those can be mostly temporarily. It's like a trend, you know, people wear fashion and throw it and forget it. Same as a music. When you are young, you listen to different music. You get older, you change. All right, look like we don't have any more uh, people trying to contact us in Skype. If you are a Muslim, please feel free. Just leave me a message in Skype and I will call you. Yeah, Islam, there's no question. It's the most stupid, silly religion. If we can call it religion, actually, it's not a religion. Islam is just a demonic, sexual, uh, promising cult fantasy. Uh, the promises itself is proving to be, you do not need to be genius to know that Islam is just a stupid, the most stupid cult ever. I mean, if you read Muhammad describing the heaven, you will die laughing. The heaven of Muhammad is the most funny, stupid, silly ever. You know, like there is women in heaven, they are just singing for you the same song for eternity. There is one song, huh? They are going to sing for you. This is the most annoying thing. Imagine you have a radio station, and this radio station sing only 6 words for eternity. Imagine you have huge number of women, but all of them look the same. Like, what the heck? So what the point? All of them, they have the same face, the same voice, the same eyes, the same height, the same name, Hur. Like, what the heck? Imagine you enter a website for dating, and then you look at the first profile. Her name is Fatima. She is 6 years old, with big boobs and ready for harmony. And she is 5 foot tall. Okay, next profile, Fatima. Third profile, Fatima. Fourth profile, Fatima. Like the whole website is Fatima, the same picture, the same image, the same height, the same weight, the same voice. But so where is the women? Have you ever heard of a stupid religion like this? And not only that, they wear 70 dress, yet you can see through. So why they are wearing them? I mean, why you are making things complicated for me, Muhammad? So 70 dress, and I can see through. So they are wearing nothing. I mean, what the point of the 70 dress is? I mean, what difference is going to make if it's one dress? Why we make them say Muhammad is stuck with number 70, that's it. He heard Jesus saying 70, Muhammad is stuck with 70. This is the religion. What religion? This is just a dummy, stupid cult, you know? Okay. وذكر لا ينثني كالنخل الصحوح. A penis, he will never go limp and is going to be like an endless palm tree. So now your wife is next to you, or your 70, 80 wife, whatever numbers are, next to you, and your penis is going, hello, it's me. It's me you're looking for. It's going all the way as you see. Coming through all the galaxy. Hello. Anybody see the penis of the Abdul? You must be stupid and fool to believe in such a religion, Abdul. You see, what the heck? So your penis is English. I mean, what? So what about make it 60 meter? I mean, size does matter, right? Size does matter. Like, what the heck? Are we going to make, like, are we going to run a cable between galaxies for the internet using the penises of Abdul? Don't mention that to Elon Musk. He will use it. He will sign contract with Muslims who died, Hamas. Everyone of Hamas, come here before we die, please. Sign that we can use your penis sausages to connect the internet to Mars and beyond Mars. What Mars? It's endless. This is the religion of God. If this is what God is about, so what is it? What is stupidity is about? Do we have any Muslim here? He want to refute us that we are wrong and what we said is absolutely true? Huh? And not, but make it more horrible that Muhammad, he says, not only the penis will be endless, he says, وَفَرْجٌ يَسَعُ ذَلِكَ, and a vagina will fit for that. Just imagine it. So the penis is endless. Now, how the women vagina will be endless? In order to make the women vagina endless, you have to make her body endless too. Abdul, how the women vagina is endless? Hello? I don't want to use my skills and draw it for you on the screen. That would be disgusting. But the vagina is endless too. Me, it's my dream. Like, you make a movie. I will make a movie. Like, I get one of those women, invite my friends, and we call the movie Lost Inside the Vagina. Ta-da-da, 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 like some mysterious music, and stinks so bad, man. The smell and there is liquid coming. What is that? This is urine, and like and and the drama, like, and there is lighting and uh, I'm going to throw up. What the heck? This is the endless vagina, brother. And you are telling me this Islam make sense? It make a lot of sense. Are you kidding me? Ah, do we have any proud Muhammadan, not just Muhammadan? I want to talk to anyone who's a proud Muhammadan. I'm trying not to stiff my nose to bother you, sorry. Oh boy. I mean, even Borat makes more sense than Muhammad. Do we have how many people from Indonesia right now? What the time in Indonesia now? They woke up, right? They are up in Indonesia, right? Let us see what the time in Indonesia now. Indo Niche local time. Oh, it's 11, almost 11 a.m. All right. Yeah, let us invite some Abdul from Indonesia. I want to talk to the Indonesian Ustaz. Christian Prince. I mean, this guy, he killed me. I have a flu. I cannot make the sound again. But I mean, from all those people in Indonesia, they could not find me somebody to respond to me except this guy, and he died. Christian Prince. I have the 5 questions for you, Christian Prince. If you can answer them, you get 5 BMW. What the heck? I mean, what? I'm very humble man. I don't care for BMW. Just get me one new car. It's fine. Question number one. Will Jesus Christ saying I'm Christian? Like, what the heck? How I can answer this question? The first question is impossible. The guy from Indonesia, he wanna get Christian Prince in the corner. So he's asking Christian Prince, where Jesus Christ? He said, I'm a Christian. Like, what the heck? Jesus Christ is a Christian. You want Jesus Christ to say he is a Christian? Are you sure? I mean, what they eat? I want to know what the Muslim sheikhs in Indonesia they eat. Is that the symptoms of camel urine? And Christian Prince, he do not know how to answer this question. Like, where Jesus Christ, he said in the gospel, he is a Christian. Sorry. From supposing I will go 15 minutes. Like, even when I am sick, I cannot maintain the 15 minutes. What the heck? Do we have any Abdul? Come on. Listen, Muslims, I am now really tired, sick, and you can take advantage of me. Honestly, my temperature, I think, is like maybe 40 something, 47, 48, because we are Arab, we have different temperature from a human being. We are from different galaxy anyway. By the way, we the Arab, we are the smartest people in the world. I mean, how in the world an idiot, he's an Arab, my cousin, his name is Mohammed, he made all those potatoes in Indonesia convert to Islam. We must be smarter. I mean, how in the world anyone want to believe in such a stupid cult? Look at them. And by the way, all of those, they will live rich. A lot of money, man. He's Ustaz. And I assure you, none of them, he knew how to say the name of his prophet correctly. Yeah. All right, all right. Do we have any Abdul? Yeah, there's one of them, his Ustaz what? Abdul Samud. He take $5,000 for 1 hour speech in Indonesia. Can you believe it? So if you want to invite him to make a speech, you have to pay him $5,000. Isn't it that fun? Yeah. And Indonesia is not like is if you make $500, I'm assuming you will have a fine, your life will be fine for $500. So $5,000 an hour, right? Can you give me the link for in this? Okay, even though I'm sick, I will search for you. Are you happy now? Are you? Why people don't ask me when I am healthy? All right, let me see. Let me find it for you. All right. Oh, we are typing in English. Hmm. We are looking for the gentleman. You know, if people really save what reference we give, they will not keep coming and asking us again and again for the same thing. I don't save them because, you know, it's endless to save everything I know. What the point? Uh, and I'm sure now we will find the reference and we post it, and then they will ask again the same question. Can you find it for me? All right, let's see. Hmm. I found the reference, but I want trying to find an official website. Let's see. All right. I'm just, you know, reviewing this website. Okay. All right. If you go to this page here, this is from Al-Qurtubi, but this is a normal website. You have to find, you know, I'm really not in a shape to keep looking for you to find exactly page number, etc. Here it says, and it's in Al-Qurtubi, it's allowed for you to F all women who they are unlawful for you in heaven, except mother and daughter. Because in here the reason for not to allow it because simply on earth, you know, they want to be sure who is the one, the father of who. And then here it said there is no reason in heaven, which means you can F your mother and your sister and your grandmother in heaven. And then he says, وقد ورد يعطى أحدكم في الجنة ذكرا مثل النخل السحوب وفرج يسع ذلك. So he will be given, let me use Google Translation and give you the link. We will find it. If there's any numbers, so you can find it easy. Okay, first section, second section. All right, maybe. Okay, let us use Google Translation. Translate. All right. So here it says, in paradise, one of you will be given a penis like endless, the translation is not coming correct, endless palm tree and the vagina fit for it. And this is coming from Al-Qurtubi, as you see here. All right. Now I will do a short link, and then you can search yourself for that part, copy it, or I can copy for you the part, and you can search in Arabic in the internet. But maybe let us give you first the link. Hold on, give me a second. I need to shorten it because it has Arabic in the search, and YouTube don't allow us to post a link of Arabic. Link shorten. All right. I'm not going to stay longer, guys, because really my ears is hurting me. I really apologize. Let me just get this link for this gentleman here. All right. Okay. Let me know if the link is working. I will post it. Is the link working? You get the link? Okay, you can use Google Translation to reach the same information, but before you translate, maybe you can copy that part in Arabic and search so you can find it from official website in Al-Qurtubi. Anyway, guys, I really apologize. I wish I can stay longer, but my throat really hurt me badly. Each time I say a word, it's hurt. So I want to say thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you, and I hope to see you soon again. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless.